I don't think I can do anything here. Yeah.
It was like 2 seconds.
Such a good sleep, and our freaking moron of a Cassidy player just... I mean, I literally went from like consistently plat for 10 seasons.
Any human time in human history, like there is not a single bit of thing.
Agreed.
This is he's just getting confused while this guy's spitting facts at him while he's trying to focus on rocking. You know, any coaching has to be done in VOD. That's the first thing, regardless of the content of the coach. I swear, live coaching is an actual scam. In my opinion.
Okay, what's your argument for that? Because of
because all he's doing is talking to him. The guy can't focus on shit because he's talking so much. You can't analyze anything that happened. Any mistake is just like, oh, you died? That was bad. Oh, you got a rock? That's all me, baby. I told you to use the rock. That's all it was. There's no way, if you've got 20 minutes of David Orr's time, which is precious, like a fucking super diamond, there's no way it's not higher value in a post-game review. Watch the game if you need to, and then review it. It has to be the way to do it.
Probably awkward. You also agree that like there's just games, like I always like to say 33% of games you just auto lost, 33% of games you auto win, and then if you're doing a live VOD you have like a 66% chance you have a useless game to review, you know, just wasting time with like minimum value.
Well, I don't agree with that sentiment, by the way. The 33%.
You don't?
Stuff. No, I don't. If that was the case, Hadi, let me ask you. I
mean, okay, no. I know where you're going, okay? I know where you're going, okay?
Okay.
So if you're a fucking champ 2 player, of course you're gonna win 95% of games, okay? Till you get to a certain rank. But I'm saying this perspective is for the rank player in their rank. You know, if you are in your rank, if you're a diamond player, I think it's unreasonable to have above a 66 or 70% win rate. You know, that's what I think.
Well, is it likely? No, but is it reasonable? Of course it's reasonable.
How
it's
so?
Happened many times. Because the thing is, why is there? So let's talk about your rank. Let's say you're champion, right?
Yes.
Would you be able to consistently win games in champion? When I say consistently over 66% win rate, based on your logic.
No.
Why would that be the case? I agree
because
with you.
Sometimes you just lose. Sometimes you just lose because enemies are good. They're on similar skill level. The gap is not like high enough that you can do.
Right. Can you be significantly better than anybody right now sitting in top 10? Do you think it's possible?
Significantly, no.
Right. So you will never be significantly better than anybody in the top 10 because you're a top 10 player yourself. Because there's like a ceiling to this too. You can say there's a ceiling to the game, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about diamond players, why this logic doesn't apply, is because they can significantly be better than what their current rank
but that's
is.
also bollocks too, no? Because if you think about your journey, Awkward, when you were climbing any game, you never went to just challenger. You never went, I was diamond, and it was always a climb, right? Like every single person, even Quartz, you know, like he didn't just like, oh, I'm gold, someone coached me, now I'm challenger. Every single person in human history, Cristiano Ronaldo, Awkward, all of the GOATs, you know, all of the all-time greats.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
They all had a climb, you know? Like it was all... none of it was just, let's just play like... No, I agree with you that you can improve. But what Hadi's saying is true. Like, I was the same in League of Legends.
I mean,
from bronze to challenger, but it was always just step by step. You never skipped a tier, ever.
Yeah, you don't skip tiers. Of course, it's a climb. But again, you can make good decisions that will lead the vast majority of games. And I've seen that happen hundreds, if not thousands of times.
I mean,
thousands.
Awkward. I can agree with you that you can, like, it can happen, you know, you coach somebody and then you figure out like 2 very important stuff that they're missing and they get like a 70 win rate or whatever. But you can realize that like live review is like it has a way higher chance of having a waste of time than if you got a close game, you feel like nobody entered, you feel like something like didn't crazy happen, you didn't know what you could do. For sure, it's way better use
by
of
the way,
time.
listen. I don't disagree that VOD reviews are good. What we offer, by the way, our like offering is 3 VOD reviews and 1 live coaching that you can swap it out to a VOD review. Just want to give context to that, right?
Okay.
Live coaching.
Do you guys do a VOD review of that map, or was it just live coaching and then end the call?
So the VOD review, that we just asked to send an average game, whatever they prefer. It can be just an average game, not a stump, right?
No, but Chris
You
said
need
that
to review the
Midtown-
game. That midtown you have to review it too, because it's like fresh in both of your minds and you can go over it. Then I can argue there's value. But if you live coach and forget it, it's terrible, in my opinion.
So I'll tell you what the reasoning for the live coaching is. And by the way, I haven't really heard a compelling argument why live coaching doesn't exist besides, oh, he's talking while he's playing. But most of the time, when the person is playing, we try to be quiet, right? And we just kind of reinforce the things that were a problem in his VOD review. So in context, I don't know if you've heard, but in the VOD review, Gamin4Hope did not use his rock in 20 minutes over 5 times. He used like his rock 5 times in 20 minutes. Would it be fair to say that's not a good way to use the cooldowns?
I mean,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Didn't I just see that in the VOD review, you mean? Or in the live
Yeah, in the
call?
VOD review before
previously.
the live coaching.
Oh,
Previously,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
before that, right.
Okay.
So the live coaching is essentially, we take what the problem is from the live coaching, we kind of reinforce that live. Use the rock, use the rock, use the rock, use the rock. Of course, if there's any other issues, we mention it. But you have to understand that people in Diamond have many issues. I think you can agree with that. Many issues. It's not 1 or 2. But if you tell somebody why there's shit in five different areas, it's not applicable. There's nothing they can do about it. It's too overwhelming. So we stuck to 1 or 2. We find the main issue, core issue right now, 1 or 2, and we tell them to focus on that. The live coaching is the extra focus, the extra.
Okay.
People tend. Let me finish. People tend to autopilot in their games. So when they come to live coaching, they have somebody to help them not get into the autopilot habit and repeat what they need to work on. That's all.
Do you think the coaching the guy gave a bronze player could have done? Just tell him to go rock and rock and rock?
No.
Was there any expertise?
So a Twitch chatter could probably fucking tell me if he didn't see me use rock in like 2 minutes, use your rock, and then if I think he's smart, I will just use my rock of CD.
Because coaching doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the simple answer is that maybe you're not using your nade enough. Dude, you haven't used your nade in 3 minutes.
Okay, so do you think
or you run in front of the tank.
That's his problem?
That's his problem, because in the VOD review, that was his problem. The biggest one. He used 6 rocks in 20 minutes. Yeah, it was a huge problem. Yeah. Huge problem. That was his biggest problem, number 1, yeah. Does he have other problems? Sure, he does. But that's the biggest one at the moment. And once he uses the rocks, you can make the adjustment of how to use the rock correctly, or you can find another problems that happen after he fixes that mistake. Maybe he plays way too passive. You know, maybe he forces cooldowns, then he sits at the back when he should walk in. Maybe he's using the shield in the wrong way. Maybe his ult sucks. But you have to tackle things one at a time. You can't just drop on somebody. Like, I know you guys are really good players and you guys can handle a coach telling you 6 different things. But you have to understand the average player cannot. The average player cannot. The average plat, diamond, even masters players, you drop 6 different things on them, they left the coaching session even more sad than they came to it. With.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still don't see any argument on the other side that these 25 minutes that my mate David had were better spent live coaching than VOD reviewing. I mean, if it's his choice, it's his choice. It's his money, right? You know? But I don't see any argument that he would have been better spending those 25 minutes on live coaching than a real review. Maybe it's better than doing nothing.
Also awkward. With the argument you're making, like the thing is, I can see your argument in an isolated frame of like, okay, let's say I'm on an Overwatch League team, okay, and I have Christopher VOD reviewing me, and he's like, bro, you gotta use your rock more, use your rock, okay, and here there's 2 hours of our time gone. It's fine, right? He's paid off on salary, right? Like, he's paid to like coach me every single day. You know what I mean? But if you're having poor little David over here, right? Like he doesn't have a coach for him that's just getting like paid every like single day, not out of his pocket, right? So if you're using a time of a watch review to just teach one singular thing, are you not wasting people's time and money unless they have infinite resources?
So what you're saying, your argument, and let me understand it correctly. Just because the advice is pretty simple and straightforward, therefore it's a waste of time. So when somebody
It's not even straightforward. It was
but actually that's not what I'm saying, Orkut. I'm saying even if the advice is good, if you hammer in 1 point for 1.5 hours that you can probably put into 10 minutes.
1.5 hours, by the way, but it is 10 minutes, but alright, yeah.
Okay.
It is 10 minutes. Do you think it's an hour and a half?
Okay. Or if you have the point of go for the backline, play more aggressive, just forever, because that's what I'm noticing in Gamin4Hope for the last 2 months. Just go for the backline, go aggressive. You're getting cooldowns, you're getting picks, you're not walking. If you get that forever, every single session, and he's not improving his cooldown, he's permanently at 50 charge on Zarya, he's not using his right click anytime. Surely there's a better use of money and time than any of this.
Hadi, I'll say something respectfully. Before joining us about 2 months ago, Gamin4Hope has went through plethora of coaching, many, including yourself, Hadi. He was hard stuck plat, could not move. As soon as he joined us, within a month, you can ask him, you can just add him to the call if you like. His rank skyrocketed from plat all the way to diamond 2. Peaking diamond 2. As soon as he joined us. So he was hard stuck 10 seasons, plat, didn't move, barely touched diamond. As soon as he joined us, rank skyrockets to diamond 2.
The coaching could be good, but the 25 minutes we watched was not. Like the rest of it could be good, you know.
And your argument and I'm asking again, Christopher, your argument for that is logical argument, not he's saying a bunch of words and I'm trying to focus. Yeah.
Wait, why is that not logical?
Because he's trying to hammer down things that were already told to him in the VOD review. It's not randomly saying things. He's not saying 50 million things at once.
Okay,
man,
also, it's also not true, Awkward, because there's tons of times he's saying rock, and it was an awful time to rock.
Sure,
and you could see little David's face. He was getting so because the fucking.
You're right.
And he rocked into the shield.
Christopher, the idea is not to have each rock perfect. The idea is first to teach person how to consistently use the rock, that they need to consistently use the rock.
He didn't do that at all, no?
Wait, no, Christopher, that's what I'm telling you. He did not use the rock at all, Christopher. He used the rock 5 times in 20 minutes. Do you understand that absurd number? Do you realize that he's basically playing with a handicap as if he doesn't have the E button? Do you understand that?
I understand, but he wasn't taught at all how to use the rock correctly. He was taught just to spam that shit.
But Christopher, if you learn, if you play football, right? Before you teach a person that he needs to kick right at the 90-degree corner of the goalpost, you have to teach him first how to kick the fucking ball. And you tell him, kick the ball like 100 times into the net. It doesn't matter where it hits. And then you teach him, listen, now try to aim at the top right corner of the goalpost. You don't teach people that don't know how to kick, aka don't use the rock, how to throw the rock in the best way possible. That's the idea.
Bro, but this is Overwatch pressing a button. It's so much easier than kicking a football.
Yeah,
and also,
surely we can get a tiny bit of nuance into using the rock. Like users see a character on the screen, use your rock. Like he used his rock 20 times into a Rhine shit. He uses this when he has to care his life. Your coach is telling him to push when he's down 1 with spawn advantage instead of just playing Sigma range. Your coach is telling him when there's 5 players in front of him, a Rhine Bastion, to push when he's playing Sigma versus Ryan and he can play space. I just don't think there must be a tiny bit of context that you can say, yo, you can rock the Sigma shift, by the way. By the way, if you're playing the Sigma versus Sigma, enemy Sigma has flux. If you're using your rock aggressively, at least be aware of the flux or save your rock for surely we can implant a tiny bit of nuance.
Do I think you're wrong? Hadi. Do I think you're wrong? No. The thing is about the nuance it's for players like you who understand the full picture. People in Diamond don't understand.
Bro, you cannot coach. Listen.
One by one, guys.
Let me. Okay. Surely you're saying it's for people like me with nuance, but whenever I coach a champion player, I don't have to tell them that enemy Sigma has a shift button and I have to rock him. Surely that's some suitable advice for a Diamond 2 player. Like, I really don't think that's like bad advice for somebody like almost
listen,
master.
Hadi.
Also, like when you're saying, okay, my mate Gamin4Hope, he just climbed from like Platinum 2 to Diamond 4. That's like 4 rank division in 2 months, in 2 whole fucking months of like getting consistent.
1 month.
Okay, in 1 month of getting consistent coaching with what you probably know, a huge rank inflation coming out in the last patch, where every player has climbed a rank.
Hadi, first of all, I don't know about any of rank inflation, but there have been many.
You don't know about rank inflation? Oh god, come on.
Genuinely, I don't. Second thing is that there have been many instances where there was a rank inflation.
Awkward. Can you pull up my live stream, please?
Yeah. What?
I'll
again?
show you rank inflation. I'll show you. Look, we'll look at the tank.
No, I don't know about
it. In season 9, there were 9 champ 5.
Yeah,
Let's go to season 19.
Wait, listen.
There are 20 champ 2s. There are 30 champ 3s. There's 50
it's
champ 4s.
The argument, dude.
Your ladder last season, there were like 130
guys, you can talk about each other. Hadi, I let you speak. I let you speak for like 2 minutes.
Okay, I will let you speak. I'm
not arguing that if there's a rank inflation or not. It's not my argument. I personally don't see it because I don't put high focus on it. But there have been many instances where season had rank inflations. My point is he was still stuck back then, and his rank was still not inflated. So, what is the difference now? Now it's super inflated. Is that like it's now it's super inflated? Now it's like hyperinflated.
I mean, yes, it gets more inflated every season, like
because your logic that he stays plat would mean when the seasons when there is inflation, he gets worse to stay plat. That would be your argument, right?
What? Again, can you repeat that?
Okay, sure. You're saying okay in the other seasons, let's say season 12 had rank, that was a rank inflation one, and he stays plat. Then your logic would be that he must have got worse that season to stay plat, right?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, but that's the logic, no?
Right?
It's the logic.
Right?
If the reason he stayed plat during inflation was because he didn't have rank up academy, he must have got worse.
No, I'm not speaking about in the context of rank up academy or anything like that.
No. Understand? Yep. We're doing logic pill here. Okay,
sure,
okay.
Let's do a logic pill.
So your argument was the first season that David hit Diamond was this season, and Hadi's argument is it's because of rank inflation, or at least partially. Okay. And you said inflation has happened in the past and he hasn't gone up. That means in those seasons when rank inflation's got up, he must have been getting worse, right?
Either worse or stayed around the same.
Well, no. If he stayed the same, he would have. Well, it
depends on how big it depends on how big the inflation is. If everybody directly one rank up,
unless David is inflation proof, he's like he's got that G in his gravitational pull, keeps him where he is.
Christopher, but you have to show the argument that people there, like every single person in Metal rank went up like from plat 5 to diamond 5. Right? Can you demonstrate that?
You don't. That's for sure logical fallacy, no? Like for sure, if you can just listen. If you can just recognize a trend, it doesn't mean only just from recognizing a trend that every single player must have ranked up, right?
Hadi, do you know what a logical fallacy is? How is that a logical fallacy, bro?
No, because you're saying
you know what?
Okay, yes, okay, listen. You don't need me. Okay, listen. You don't need to fucking try to smart check me, okay? Because I will just like deprove your point like that.
That's what you did, and I just brought it back to you.
Because
you don't know what a logical fallacy is, and he said I'm using a logical fallacy.
Okay, don't call me fucking stupid, okay? I'm being respectful to you. No, you are indirectly calling me stupid, okay? I'm
not calling you stupid.
Okay. Shut up for a minute, okay? So. When you're saying it's a logical fallacy, okay, or your logic is flawed, whatever you want to call it, yes, that's what I'm saying. Let me speak. I'm saying your logic is flawed because, like, if I can recognize a trend and say that rank inflation exists, and I can prove it by checking that the champion players are going up, I'm recognizing a trend. I don't have to prove that every single player has ranked up because, like we said in the no, I don't, because people can get. No, I don't because
you don't have to prove that there is rank
inflation. Yes, I tell you what. No, I said I already proved that rank inflation exists because I can recognize a trend. Okay, that's proof enough. Because, but listen, let me finish my point. Because. because people can get worse at the game or not play an appropriate amount of time. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does make sense, but you're
right. So so not every player can rank up because they don't play an appropriate amount of time to benefit from the rank inflation, or they get worse, so their rank doesn't get inflated.
Sure, but you can't say that your proof is like maybe 100 people in Champion got to a higher rank, right? That's not proof. You have to look at people, you know, like at the average curve, and say, right? And say Plat people have moved up to Diamond. Can you demonstrate that? Can you say that people who were in Season 8 were Plat 5 in rank 9 just immediately jumped to Diamond 5? Can you demonstrate that? It's a simple yes or no question.
Yes, off of Blizzard statistics.
So please demonstrate that.
Yes, off of Blizzard statistics, you can see that consistently the player numbers in higher ranks, Diamond Masters, is trending upwards, not downwards, not staying the same. That's how you can prove that rank exists.
Right, but I would agree with that stat, by the way. I would agree with that stat. However, it's a stat that goes up through 20 seasons of rank, not one season of rank. People don't randomly go from Plat 5 to like Diamond 5 in like 2 days because of a season.
No, but nobody is saying that, okay? You want to know what logical fallacy you're applying this entire argument? You're creating straw mans. You're creating straw man after straw man after straw man.
Explain the straw man,
please. Okay, I will explain the straw man argument to you, okay? You're misrepresenting a point that is being made. You are not arguing against me, you're arguing against an imaginary person that you're trying to defeat. That's what strawman argument means. You're actually not arguing against me, because I'm not saying that a player goes up one whole rank in 2 days. I'm saying when there's a rank inflation, people rank up. Like my mate Gamin4Hope ranked up 4 tiers because of inflation and because of coaching that you're giving him. Obviously, your coaching has some sort of value, right? I'm not denying that. It's not totally useless. If he's not using his rock, okay, of course you have to tell him a rock and he can win games over that. That's not what I'm saying, that your coaching is useless. But I'm saying for a month of coaching in a rank inflated season that you can prove off of statistics that we get publicly available, I can tell you that most players...
Can you please send me over the statistics to show that everyone... But dude, you're saying there's proof statistics. All I'm asking you, don't you think it's a legitimate request? Send me the statistic that shows that within... Hadi, I let you speak, man. I let you speak, bro. I let you speak.
Okay.
Between Season 19 and Season 20, there was a jump of almost 1 rank across averages. Can you show me that statistic? You said it's publicly available. I can't find it. Don't you think it's a legitimate request that you say you have proof and ask you, show me the proof?
Okay, let me check. The thing is, I don't...
Thank you.
Yes. The thing is, I don't come into the debate prepared like you know? I just come and I go.
Do you think I sit here with fucking notes, bro? What are you talking about? Do you think I have statistics?
But you're asking for a burden of proof when like you will know
Hadi, welcome to debates. Okay. We're asking for burden of proof, bro.
Yes, but
I ask you for proof for what you're saying. Correct. That's the debate.
Yes, man. Okay. I give you statistic right now. Okay, very easily that I just got. Go into the leaderboard. Press tank. Press Europe. Season 17, 43 champs. Season 18.
What we're talking about Gamin4Hope, by the way, is not season 17. We're talking between 19 and 20.
but I'm proving the concept of rank inflation in the first place.
I didn't disagree with that. I didn't say there was no inflation. I didn't say there was no inflation, Hadi. I said that,
but you said quote unquote I don't know anything about inflation. That's what you said, quote unquote.
No, I said I don't know anything about this season's inflation. I admitted there was in season 9 there was inflation. I admitted that. I said that. I'm not denying that there's no inflation. I said it many times. I don't deny that there's inflation and the trend is upwards. What I'm asking you say there was a big jump, right? You're saying
yes.
Gamin4Hope was flat a season ago. And now he's consistently holding Diamond, picking Diamond 2. You say
I have evidence. I have evidence. I'll be putting in the group chat. The first link is going to link you to a 2024 post, October 2024. You can see most players are gold. The second link is going to link you.
Unfortunately,
Again,
Durpee, listen.
Durpee.
Unfortunately, Durpee, this
So
is
see-
not for season 20. Awkward is only currently.
Well, this is going to show you one
for
6 months ago. This is the
720.
latest we have,
Because
and this
that's
is
not
going to
my
show you that
argument,
there are
Durpee.
suddenly more platinum players than gold players.
Durpee, my friend, you're not. That's not the argument. Is
But
not
would you
if there is
expect it if it was
inflation or
going
not.
upwards to randomly go down when we've only seen throughout Overwatch 2 that rank inflation has trended upwards? Nobody
Yes,
has ever
Durpee.
said there's a rank deflation.
Bro.
I know you're active on Twitter, Awkward. I know you see people talking about rank
tell
inflation.
me what my argument is, Durpee? Can you tell me what my argument is? Let's start with that. Let's make
Durpee,
it
I
easier.
got
Let's make
this
it
one
easier.
for you. I got this one for you, Durpee. Okay. Awkward's argument is that we now need to prove to him that rank inflation happened in season 20, and obviously
between season 19 and one jump in rank, one jump, one.
Nobody said okay.
rank.
First, nobody said one. Okay, if you can look back in the vote, nobody said that. Again, another strawman. Okay, I just said people's rank went up.
That's
and
by
it's
the way,
going
strawman.
up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the thing before is also a strawman. This entire fucking argument is a strawman, okay? Okay,
Alright.
but second of all, of course you're in a very nice position right here because these Blizzard developers adding the challenger scores, so it's very hard. It's way harder to prove who's like higher rank, champ 2, champ 1. But I can just tell you that the numbers of champ 2, champ 1 has gone up this season, and nobody will deny that. Nobody will deny that who's following the
don't deny it
competitive
either.
space.
Hadi, I
Okay,
don't
so
deny it
now
either.
you have proven it. In season 20, there's more champ 2 players and more champ 1 players. What does that mean? Have people improved or no?
Well, number one, yes. Number two, it could mean many things. It doesn't mean just one thing. But let's just talk about specifically the inflation that you're referring to. Okay, let's talk about the inflation you're referring to. I want to again present my argument, and I want to say it again.
Before we talk about this anymore, I would like to
deny-
debunk the idea that he was
Yeah,
platinum last season. He's been diamond for a few seasons. I would like to debunk that he went up.
Oh! Fact check.
And
Fact
if
check.
we want to pull up the
You-
VODs
you-
8 years
okay.
ago to find
Yeah.
out, we can do that.
8
but he
years
was.
ago.
Okay, again, oh my
You
god, I
know
gotta
what?
stop using hyperbole.
Okay, let me-
If we want to pull up the VODs a couple seasons ago, we could prove that he was diamond back
Is
then.
Gamin4Hope available? Would you like to invite him here?
Gaming
Of
for
Let's see,
course.
no, it's-
Is he available? Of course,
yeah,
David.
yeah.
And
I would do anything for David to be in this
But
call.
I'd imagine he's...
I will invite
There's
him.
no way
I
he's
don't-
on.
So
He's not on. He's offline.
Either way, let's just that's what he's been telling us, at least, or in the videos, right? He's been a hard stuck plat for 10 seasons, and when he joined us, he peaked diamond 2, right?
Wait, there
now
must
he's
be
a
a way
diamond
yeah,
he
three.
because-
records his
yes,
journey.
yeah, because
you can
he-
find
yeah,
out, he would have made a YouTube video the day he hit diamond, no?
And also because it benefits him because he got that cheek.
Chris. Yeah, sorry, continue, Hadi. For sure, cutting you off, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. First, I say, Durpee is for sure right. He has hit diamond in the past before joining Rank Up Academy, or at least before a season ago. That's 100%. That's 100% correct. Second of all, of course, he wants to plug his. He wants to say the Rank Up Academy is very good because in the start of the video he plugs his referral code, so he got something to gain from it as well.
Sure. But
If you want your
he
diamond
was
tank-
making videos about it before referral code. I just decided
It's true.
because
It's
if he-
over 2 months since he's been diamond. It's actually 3 months since he's been diamond.
Yeah,
so
that's
actually
pretty-
an insane fact check from Durpee.
wait,
That's coming
wait.
There's
insane.
a video
Chris,
7 months ago that said he was a diamond tank.
What did I say? When did he join us? What did I say?
A season
I don't
ago.
know.
I saw he joined us about 2-3
said-
months ago. That's what I
you
said.
said-
Yeah, but your argument was this
I don't
season.
think that's what you said. I don't think that's what you said.
yeah, I
Awkward.
agree.
I
What
think
did
you
I
said.
say? Yeah.
I think you said a month ago. I think you said that multiple times in the discussion.
No,
you mentioned
Because
yes,
why were you specific?
I-
Wait, no.
yes.
Hadi, I got this easy. So why were you
Yeah.
asking for proof in the last season rank inflation? Why were you asking for that proof?
When the season has been
Because
going for
because
1.5
you're
months, and when the
But he was
season
already
has been
diamond.
going for
He was
1.5
already- he was
months.
already
I would
diamond.
like to answer. Wait, you guys
Go on.
want to talk
Yes,
together,
yes,
or would you like
yes,
to go
of
back
course,
and forth?
of course.
I
got you.
I asked about proof of inflation last season, or you can give me season 18 to 19. Give me proof from any recent season, because we're talking
Yeah,
about
okay.
last season. You want to give for 18 to 19? Sure.
Yes,
You want
yeah,
for
yeah, that's
17 to 18? Sure, you can do that. But
Okay,
what I said,
yeah,
Gamin4Hope
we
has
have
been
it.
with us for 2. Oh, what's up, David? You're the man of the hour.
No way.
What
Hello.
is happening right now? I'm in my literal living room and my phone's going off with a Discord call. I'm like, what the hell is going on right now?
Okay,
and
so
then I see this
Chris-
like dangerous blunt rotation of awkward Christopher, Durpee, and Hadi all in a call like this. I am missing something. Okay, give me context. What am I missing?
You know, 3 tank mains against 1 support main. That's the context. But
All right, David, I need to ask. Before we discuss, we need to ask a few questions, okay? When did you first hit diamond, and how long have you been there? And then, like, what's your actual trend in rank been across? We'll go 1 year, the last 1 year history, please.
1 year? I mean, it's been plat to diamond. That's been.
Yeah, but when did you hit diamond?
God, I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't even know.
Was it that long ago? Was it, David? Was it that? No, quit. I'm interrogating the witness.
Because you're misconstructing the argument right now, Chris. Can you agree that hitting a peak and not maintaining is not the actual rank? Just because he hit like diamond 5 and then dropped to plat doesn't make him a diamond player? Would that be fair to say?
Well, then we can ask that question too. Yes,
okay,
but
so let me ask the question and tell me if it doesn't represent my.
I'll tell you. Don't worry. Okay, I'll tell you.
David, since you have joined Rank Up Academy, would it be fair to say that you consistently maintain a rank that was above what you joined with?
Yes.
Yes, Chris.
Okay,
what is your argument, sir?
Awkward, let me hit with something. Has anyone said in this entire argument, again, you're trying to disprove a point that nobody has made? Has anyone ever said that
yes,
your
Chris
coaching
is
service is useless? No, I don't think.
Nobody made that argument, and I didn't make that argument.
I'll make the argument. I'll tell you what my argument is. I'll tell you right now, okay?
So wait,
my
we just asked. Can you please respond to David saying a simple yes to my question? How is my question incorrect? Please explain that.
Well, because your argument, the one that you said verbatim back in the day, was that specifically, why did he climb from plat to mid diamond in 1 season? Because of ranked up academy. But the point we're proving, which is that which is almost undeniable, although I'm sure you'll give it a good go, is that actually Gamin4Hope's rank trend is probably actually on the dot of rank inflation.
On the dot and rank inflation between what he. So let's just make it a little bit easier for like everyone to understand.
Okay.
Right.
I hope it's easier.
What was so when you joined Rank Up Academy, if I'm not mistaken, season 18 or 19? Is that correct, David?
Say your question again. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on there.
You joined Rank Up Academy at season 18, 19, approximately around that time.
It was October is when I started. Yeah.
So
wherever that
season
would
18,
have been season-wise.
Yeah. I think yeah, fair to say season 8. I think season 18. So what was your average rank where you spent the most amount of time in when you joined in October? By the way, October was about 3 months ago.
I'm actually looking right now. I booted up the game. I'm looking at my career profile as we're talking. I'm looking all the way from season as far back as season 12 so far, and the peak is Diamond 5.
The peak is Diamond 5. The peak is... Oh, Rob, that's not looking good for you. Chris, not looking good for you, man.
No, it looked brilliant for me, mate.
Looking really good for what?
I'm loving this information.
I think you're misunderstanding something here, my mate. Awkward. I think it's looking really good for my mate Christopher's argument.
Okay, so please explain that, Hadi. How does that look good for?
Okay, I'll explain it. I can do it easy.
Sure,
okay,
yes.
So in season 12, David, what's your current peak? Diamond 2?
We talked about season 18. What do you mean season 12?
But he talked about season 12.
The current peak is the question, correct?
Yes, that's current peak.
Current peak is Diamond 2.
Okay, so across, and you said season 12, your peak was Diamond 5, right?
Yes, that's the first time I took Diamond 5 in season 12.
Awkward. I would bet my left nut right now that if you were to trend rank inflation, Diamond 5 peak to Diamond 2 peak is on the dot. Like you
1 billion percent. I'm putting my right nut on it as well.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll put both of them on the line right now. No problem, okay?
Agreed.
I guarantee if you were to graph it, they are identical.
Okay. The question that I've asked, Gamin, let me ask you the same question again. Let me ask the same question again. When you joined us in season 18, what was your peak and what was the average rank that you were at consistently? At season 18, not season 12, season 18. Season before you joined, where did you spend the most amount of time and what rank? Season 18, not 12. 12 was
Season
about a
18,
year and a half ago.
Season
Yeah.
18.
Before you joined.
Before
So
I
let's say
joined, it
season
was right in the middle.
17.
Okay, I think that's fair. Season 17, I spent time in high platinum. It was plat 3 to 1,
Right.
bouncing consistently.
Plat 3. And
We up to 3 to 1.
spend,
Yep.
and now you consistently jump between Diamond 4 and Diamond 2. So can you please demonstrate, Chris, that in the past 3 months there has been such an inflation in the past 3 months, not since season 12, right? Season
Why
17
not?
in the past.
Why not since season 12?
Can I
Because
jump
that's
in
not
on
relevant
this
to
and
the
ask a
argument.
question?
Of
Sure.
course,
Uh-huh.
of course.
I'm
Of
just gonna
course,
ask.
David, you're the man of the hour, man.
I don't know about all that, but season 15 is when they made changes, isn't that correct? Where they made the changes to the upper 3 ranks,
Yes.
where they
Yeah,
redistributed a bit.
you're exactly right, David.
Hold on.
No,
Yeah.
you're
Stick with
exactly
me.
right.
Stick with me. I know. I'm with you. I'm with you guys, but I'm just trying to collect the information so that I understand what's going on. So, with that redistribution, we have now talked about 2 different seasons that are not actually relevant, strictly speaking, to season 12. Basically, anything before 15 wouldn't be relevant to the argument of whether or not my rank is inflated, which is what I'm starting to get the understanding is the argument is not necessarily.
Ooh.
No, kinda, yes. No. That's not entirely correct, because rank inflation has been trending up because of the Blizzard statistic that Durpee has shown for the entirety of the game's existence. But since season 15, the inflation has been even more. You know, it's like a Trump economy type shit. You know, inflation. if you look at the big graph, it has always happened and it will always happen. But since season 15, when my big man Trump came into the office, it has been going on a crazy path.
I'm not sure the relevance there, but I will say, listen, I'm not saying I support the guy entirely, but I'm not sure how that's relevant to Overwatch. But
Look, listen, Chris, you have to. If you say ooh to me, you have to do it to Hadi as well. That's not fair. If you just do it for me.
No, I'm on Team Hadi. We're like the big
Yeah, but
opponents.
come on,
you
man.
know?
You guys are 3. You guys are 3 and I'm 1, man. You gotta give me something.
Yeah,
here,
but
man.
now it's
so
a
can I
3 versus
ask,
2.
I'm going to ask another question. I'm just going to do it.
Go on, David, ask.
What the question I'm trying to understand, because I know you guys have intentionally been avoiding to reveal to me the argument.
Okay,
so that
okay,
I don't
I can explain
accidentally
it.
jump.
No.
But hold on, I think I actually know.
Yeah. Okay.
I think what you guys are asking is whether or not Rank Up Academy is actually responsible for my transition out of Platinum into Diamond. Is that the question?
Well, the main
It-
reason this
but
whole
that's
VC
actually-
started
yes.
was off of the live coaching video that you put out.
Yeah, it was the live
yesterday,
coaching specifically.
and we disagree
the
with the
other
coaching.
3 of us, believe that that 25-minute video you put out on the Sigma Rock was like incredibly useless. But we don't know the quality of like the VOD review coaching, so it's possible, right? Like it's possible that you've improved.
Right, there's
the
always
VOD.
context. Sure.
Yeah, but what we're saying is that specific, that live coaching, when we watched it, obviously as like pros or coaches or whatever, we felt that that was actually a really poor investment of your time and money. That's what we felt. We felt that, yeah, it would have been better doing something else.
Would it be okay if I provide the context to the VOD coaching previously?
I did, but
It-
you
yeah,
can. Yeah,
it's
sure.
5 rocks in 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, some stupid thing. It was definitely not
Yeah.
used. But I do think, because Durpee and I talked about this briefly yesterday, which I'm sure has already been brought up, and he made a good point that I think that there is a balance here where this oversimplification of the advice of just use rock more often is definitely a valid criticism. But I think the follow-up to that is using them more, you start seeing when you do and do not get value from using them versus not using them. You know, if I'm using 1 every 4 minutes, that inherently is less opportunity to see when they work better and when they don't work better. If that makes any sense.
No, I don't think we necessarily dispute the idea that you needed to use rock more often. It's like what we really tried to get to the bottom of was whether or not you needed a coach in there for 25 minutes to say, rock there, as opposed to just you telling yourself, I should rock early, you know? Like, what would the tangible difference considering you're paying someone to be there? That's our argument.
Sure. So let me make sure I understand, because I think I do, but I want to be sure. If I'm understanding what you're asking correctly, it is whether or not I need an outside perspective, particularly you think you specified paid outside perspective.
Well, yeah.
To identify whether like the,
No,
the
no,
issue-
no, 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 no.
no.
Not
There
to identify. The identify is rank up academy good. They identified
Yeah.
a weakness. The argument is that across that Midtown game, when I think like he's talking a lot, like he's in your ear and he's constantly reminding you need to rock, you need to rock. The question is, are you getting value for money from that coaching? Are you tangibly better after that 25 minutes, as opposed to the VOD review where he identified the problem of rock? You know, like the identification point, I think everybody agrees was beneficial for your rank. Like you had a problem, and the coach, I don't know his name, improved it. The question was, did you need that 25-minute follow-on session where he just said to you, yapping and then saying rock? Do you know what I mean?
like
Especially when some of the examples were wrong.
Yes, exactly. Some of the examples were wrong, and to jump in, don't you think your coach could have just told you off of that VOD review that you guys had, yo, David, now what you gotta do is just spam rock every time. You will get more value, plus you will figure out when it's good to use versus when you're not getting any value. Like
So,
in a Discord
yes.
DM,
I'm
instead of
understanding
telling
a
you
bit
for
more of what
20,
you guys are asking.
like at least in a Discord DM, instead of just telling you for 25 minutes into your ear during a game, rock, 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 and not even pointing out at all when it
Like,
was a
why?
bad rock,
Is
when
that
it
what
was
you're
a
saying?
good. No, I'm saying this amount of value that you got in those 25 minutes could have just be a Discord DM of, yo, I want you to always
Hadi,
spam rock off cooldown.
Agreed.
Can I ask the question in a different way? What they're asking, correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, what they're saying is there not better use of your time in terms of coaching? Is that what they're asking? I think that's what they're just asking.
Like, if you were to get coaching, well, I guess you can ask, what do you feel more beneficial to you, David? Do you find the VOD review stuff, or do you find the live coaching better?
I don't think that it's a format issue. I don't think it was a format issue. I think that it's I think it goes a little bit.
Wait, David, I have to pause here for a second. Chris,
Okay.
when did I make the argument that live coaching is somehow superior to VOD review?